A couple of other things I want to hit upon before we get into question and answers. This is Lineworkers Appreciation Day. Usually we do an event to show appreciation for our line workers who, there's about 1,800 of them that maintain our public power grids across the state of Nebraska. Obviously with the current health emergency, we're not getting a bunch of people together to be able to do that, but I do want to recognize our line workers who are out there. We've got about 6,000 miles of transmission lines here in the state of Nebraska, over 100,000 miles of sub-transmission lines. These 1,800 folks are the ones who make sure that that stays in order for us, especially when we have weather like we did over this weekend. They're the ones that go out there to make sure that we get that power restored if it's been knocked out. So I just want to say thank you to all of our line workers and all that they're doing to be able to make sure we continue to keep the lights on here in the state of Nebraska. Along with that, I want to just highlight something that has been called to my attention by our public utilities as well, that there are a number of scams out there with regard to unpaid bills. I want to remind people that our utilities will never call you seeking payment. They're not going to call and ask you to make a payment to have your utilities cut off, before utilities are cut off. And in fact, almost all the utilities in our state have stopped cutting off utilities during this emergency. So if somebody's calling you and said you need to pay your utility bill or you're going to be cut off, that's going to be a scam. Please don't respond back to it. So again, our public utilities have asked me to help get that word out that they are not going to be calling you to tell you that you need to pay your bill or you're going to be cut off. Most of them have discontinued that anyway, but they would never do that, and it is a scam, so don't fall for it. Next, I just want to highlight some of the staff at the Greeley Nursing Home. There's 6 staff there that, since the middle of March, have been living with the residents at the Greeley Assisted Living Care Facility to make sure that they are not exposed in the community to coronavirus and bringing it back in. And while, every situation is going to be a little bit different, I do want to commend them for the sacrifices they are making to be able to make sure to keep the residents of that facility safe. So thank you very much to the folks there in Greeley. And then the schedule for this week, as I mentioned already, 2 o'clock will be the rest of the briefings that we have here the rest of the week. We also will be, or I'll also be on NET at 8:30 on Thursday night, as I have this past several weeks, doing a television town hall and responding to questions that folks bring up. And we'll have a number of other guests at that time as well.